This video was created by Danny Kessler, Associate Professor and Korea's first PhD in wellness tourism. If you walk into a kitchen and smell a roasted dinner, you acknowledge the meal is approaching. But the scent is a signal, distinct from the nutrients of the food itself. Modern life often leaves us feeling starved because we spend our energy chasing the anticipation of a reward rather than the reward itself. In the science of well-being, we see this error constantly. A quick spike in your limbic system, a temporary affective state, is frequently mistaken for lasting fulfillment. These fleeting feelings are merely the scent of the dinner. Think of your mental health as a metabolic system. Chronic anxiety and burnout are rarely signs of being broken. They are predictable outcomes of a lopsided psychological diet. Your well-being profile is simply missing specific components. Achieving actual fulfillment requires treating the mind like a metabolic engine. We have to systematically diagnose which of the 3 crucial macronutrients is missing from your daily intake and put it back on the plate. Let us start with the first macronutrient, enjoyment. This is highly misunderstood. We often equate enjoyment with raw animalistic pleasure, but from a neurobiological standpoint, pleasure is a transient sugar rush. Sitting alone in a dark room scrolling through a feed provides a momentary biological hit, but it offers zero systemic nourishment. These are empty mental calories that leave the underlying system depleted over time. This chart compares raw pleasure with actual enjoyment. The sharp spike that crashes to zero represents that immediate limbic hit. To achieve the sustained elevated wave, you need a specific formula. Raw pleasure must be combined with conscious cognitive intervention and shared social communion. Passive consumption cannot lead to true enjoyment. You receive actual nourishment only when you upgrade those animal impulses by turning them into shared, intentional experiences. The second macronutrient is satisfaction. This specific deficiency causes the highest concentration of modern distress among high-achieving individuals. We have been sold a dangerous illusion called the spec trap. This is the assumption that acquiring external metrics, like certificates, titles, or high grade point averages, will eventually eliminate the friction in your life and grant you peace. Seeking the easiest path to the highest grade is equivalent to attempting muscle hypertrophy without lifting iron. It is an impossible equation. When you avoid the struggle, you rob yourself of the protein required for mental satisfaction. The brief feeling of lightness you experience after avoiding a difficult task is relief, the temporary absence of pain. It lacks the biological substance of satisfaction. True satisfaction remains biologically unavailable without first engaging in voluntary, meaningful struggle. No stress, no growth. No struggle, no satisfaction. The final macronutrient is meaning. Think of this as the essential fat that protects your nervous system and provides sustained, long-term fuel for the mind. We often treat meaning as a mystical revelation found on a mountaintop, but the architecture of purpose is actually built through daily choices and behavioral structure. Behavioral science identifies 3 required elements: coherence, meaning your life makes sense; purpose, having a forward-looking goal; and significance, meaning your actions matter. The modern spec trap focuses entirely on the self, which effectively destroys the significance pillar. When every action is measured only by its benefit to your own resume, you lose the essential feedback loop of having a positive impact on the world around you. This creates a striking paradox. The more you obsess over your own internal happiness, the more it eludes you. Meaning feels solid. It crystallizes only when you anchor your efforts to a responsibility outside of your own success. By directing your energy toward a community, a craft, or a family, you create a reason for your life to exist that doesn't fluctuate with your internal mood. Treat happiness as a technical skill to be practiced through deliberate action, rather than a feeling to be chased. If you find yourself in a state of emotional lethargy, stop asking why you are unhappy. Instead, perform a mechanical audit of your life using these 3 macronutrients. Are you isolating yourself and missing out on enjoyment? Have you structured your life to avoid all difficult things, starving yourself of the struggle required for satisfaction? Or has your focus become so narrow that you've lost the significance required for meaning? Diagnose 𝗙𝗶𝗁𝗂 and add that macronutrient back into your daily protocol. Stop chasing the scent of the turkey. Step into the kitchen, accept the friction, and start building the actual meal. This video was created by Danny Kessler, Associate Professor and Korea's first PhD in Wellness Tourism.